Those of you that know me know that I've had this information for quite a while now. This has to be said because if I do nothing else, then I offer this. I do not want to see my kids or our families pulverised and microwaved. What I've tried to do is put in as much information as I can. Please act on this. What you see in this video is real. If you look at Street View, you will see that when you look at your street, you will see it as it was up to 3 years ago and not as it is today. The same goes for our schools and motorways, where things are being put in place, i.e. loads of cameras, etc. These, I am afraid, are hidden from us. I will later show you that Google has turned into a virus, and it is scary. And I'll also show you how to link the animal deaths to Google Street View for yourself. It's only a matter of time before it is humans. Surely it's not safe, and best to find out now before our world literally blows up. In the wrong hands, i.e. a terrorist or somebody, this could be used to commit intentional or innocently global genocide. I will show you the plan or the problem. This affects our children, families and friends. We can put a stop to it once and for all. As it is now, they'll fail. They're panicking. They're leaving too many gaps. We have all heard the conspiracies surrounding global depopulation and the Georgia Guidestones depicting global reduction, and the fact that there are people in this world who lead us who want to reduce the population, which means getting rid of 6 billion people off the planet by way of mass genocide. Now, in the UK, even Prince Philip has said he wants to come back as a virus to kill us all. If you could plan this, how would you do it? Well, you wouldn't do what Hitler did, because you'd get found out straight away and stopped. So it has to be by stealth, and for it to happen in one mass go, because they, be they terrorists or otherwise, would not get a second chance. Now, I'm not a fantastically religious person, but I do have belief. Why all these things came to me, I do not know. But this is how it all began. To kill 6 billion people, you need a massive network plan, which I call Geo-Network Magneto-Hydro-Dynamic Wave Plan, or Geo-Network MHD plan. And the first thing that Obama said was that he was to act without delay to finish the smart grid before the end of 2012. Just so that you know that this video is genuine, and indeed it's deadly serious, I will quickly show you why I think Google is a virus and it is creating a deadly magnetic field on designated continents. Open up Google and press the link for the maps, like so. Now all you do, when you've got to this screen, is zoom out. You will come to this screen. Grab the little orange man, hold your left side of your mouse button down, and just drag it. What you see here is a blueprint of everywhere that Google networks are. Okay? The dots that you see, those are the panoramic cameras or transmitters and receivers around the world. The areas with a massive blue, as in America, you've got Europe, you've got Japan, you've got Australia, New Zealand, a bit Africa there, and you've got Brazil there. Now that field, what you've just seen, especially where the massive blue is, those have been turned into a magnetic ion field. As you've just seen, the mass areas of blue. Now what's actually happened there is the mass areas of blue, as in there, all those that you can see apart from the panoramic dots, this has been turned into a magnetic ion field, which is where Haarp comes into this later, because Haarp is the instrument that could be used to charge the ion particles within that magnetic field, which creates either a gas or an electric chamber around these areas. Now if we zoom in just a little bit closer to where Haarp is in Alaska, in this area here. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the satellite view. You click on the satellite view. The scariest thing here is that Haarp looks like a fuse, connecting all of these main areas, all of the blue, Just to show you the consequences of this, compare these exact same areas to where any animal, birds or sea creatures have either fallen out of the skies, been washed ashore dead and burnt alive, or have just dropped down dead in the masses. Anywhere Google is in the massive blue, which I've said is the magnetic field, even in Brazil, Japan, where we've had loads of earthquakes, Australia, New Zealand, all these places we've had mass animal deaths. Now look where Haarp is at the top there. If you're telling me that that doesn't resemble a fuse, then I'm wrong. That to me is deadly serious, and we have got a lot to be worried about. In conjunction with the smart grid, we're creating an electronic chamber. Hitler used gas. If we do this again in a full screen view, if you look to the left here, you can see some of the creatures, animals, birds. We've got monkeys, we've got pelicans, penguins, we've got whales, we've got dolphins, manatees, millions of fish, all put down to incidents of either the sea was too cold, or they flew into a power line, or it was because fireworks were let off. There's more to it than that. Just drag the little man around Europe. Again, there's been more occurrences, more happenings. Nobody knows what's going on around South Africa. Nothing gets reported out of there. But as you can see in these areas where the animal deaths are, and Japan area, this Asian area around here, this is just a few of the animal deaths. Now here we are with Alaska, and don't forget Haarp is around this area here. Keep these spots, these areas in mind. This is a diagram done by Nosferatu about other incidents and disasters going on around the world, mainly earthquakes. This is before the Japan incident. There's a lot more pins to be put in that area, but as you can see, the exact same areas where all these birds and fish and everything have been dying off, it's in the Google area. If we just go back onto this one, it's the exact same spots, but now we're including Japan.